You're an entrepreneur and you are looking for more self-confidence. Currently, you believe that once you feel really confident, everything is going to feel really easy. You're going to be able to show up with loads of confidence because that's what you're going to have. I've just repeated myself. You're going to be able to do all of the things that you have on your to-do list that you keep putting off because you're putting it off for when you feel ready. I'm really sorry. You're focusing on the wrong thing. If you are looking to get more confidence in your business and your entrepreneurship life, does that make sense? No, entrepreneur life, you're focusing on the wrong thing and you should be focusing on self belief. And if you've been around and you've been listening to No Rest for the Vivid Business podcast for a little while, you know I'm the queen of self belief. So, of course, I'm going to be talking about self belief. In this episode, I wanted to share 5 signs that you might be focusing on confidence instead of self belief. If you are new around here, my name is Claire Hill. I'm the queen of unstoppable self belief. I'm a business coach as well and a self belief coach. I'm all about the mindset for business. And I'm here to help you get out of your own way and make your dreams happen because there's no point in playing small anymore. There's no time left. So here we go. And if you're new around here, I do like a little bit of a tangent, and I'm really struggling not to go off on a tangent right now because I have had a week. And I might tell you that little story actually because it's quite relevant. It's about self belief, really, because my self belief shows me that everything is happening exactly as it should. And so when I have a week like I have had this week, I know that to embrace the challenges because it gets really exciting from here on out. I'm currently recording this podcast when I shouldn't be because my son has been off school all week. He puked everywhere this morning, mum life, and well, dad life as well, because his dad had to cover it, take over because I had to be somewhere. We're a team. And yeah, so this afternoon I was supposed to call this oh bloody can't speak. Record this podcast episode because I wanted to do some extra special ones in the lead up for something coming up soon. And I'm just like I feel like I've been put together with sellotape, I'll be honest. But I've got my energy and that's all you need. That's all you need. So strap yourself in. I'm going to give you 15 minutes. Well, probably less than that now. 13 minutes of absolute gold because you don't want to be wasting your time focusing on confidence if actually what you're supposed to be focusing on is your self-belief. Okay. So many business owners I meet, they are in that pot where they're like, right, I'm going to get there. When I feel ready, I'll get there and I'll get it done. When you feel like you need the confidence first to move, but it's actually self-belief that you need. And I'm just tired of hearing about confidence. Nah, you want to believe in yourself unstoppably. And that's what we're here to do. Now, the other caveat to this episode, if you are watching, is I already had to take my contact lenses out. It's quite dark, so I had to put a spotlight on so you can see my face, which means I've got my notes zoomed in at 400%. I still might not be able to see them. I should have just put some new contact lenses in, but I didn't. So anyway, I'm going to be trying to read my notes as we go. Are you ready? Excellent. So first sign that you have been focusing on the wrong thing, you've been focusing on confidence instead of self-belief, is that you wait to feel ready before taking action. Now, this is the thing. The thing with self-belief is it tells you that you believe you can do something when you haven't done it before. Confidence happens when you've done something before. And this is why you need to step into the messy middle. You need to get in, get involved, take some steps because practice makes progress, right? Now, the the point of the bit where you go, oh, I can't do it, you're mistaking that feeling for discomfort and inadequacy. And that's where that definition, that idea that you've got imposter syndrome comes from. Because when you go to do it, you suddenly feel like, oh, like when it feels like the ground's dropping from underneath you. That is actually your courage because courage doesn't feel good. Being brave doesn't feel good. I think when you're brave, you're actually more aware of things, but courage, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to be sick. That feeling is actually the first steps into confidence. So if you're going to go and start something and you're waiting for this feeling of, I've got it, I can do this. I can do this with my eyes closed. I'm sort of confident. Then you're waiting for the wrong thing. You're not going to get there until you start feeling the courage. So if you're waiting to feel ready to do something, you're never going to feel ready to do it. It's like anything like that. You're never really ready until you're doing it. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, you're obsessing over how you are being perceived. What I mean by that is that you are overthinking what people think about you. I did a presentation today in the networking event that I co-host. If you are in my area of the world, which is Kent, United Kingdom, I know I've got a few of you all over the world, haven't I? I think I'm up to like, this podcast is in like 70 countries now. Can't believe it. Been meeting loads of people that say they listen. So if you're listening and in the last couple of weeks you've said, listen to your podcast, it honestly is the best thing ever when someone does that. Please tell me when you listen. I just love it. I'm never ever going to get sick of putting my heart and soul into something and people actually listening to it. I want to hear it. So thank you so much. And then I met somebody today that's like, oh yeah, I watch your YouTube channel. I was like, this is so cool. And then they were like, oh, it's really nice to have met you in real life. I'd never met her before. They've been watching my YouTube. It like spun me right out. It was brilliant. Oh, brilliant. Anyway, little tangent there. So if you're worrying, anyway, that's what I was saying in my network event that I host. And if you're in the United Kingdom, come along, just DM me for details. I was talking about the fear of judgment, and it was such a great response because I was getting people to put their hands up and say, what do you worry about what people think about you? Like, what is that thing that's going around? And so many brave people, like, thankfully for the first, there was Adrian, if you're listening, she said it first. She was like, I'm worried that people think I'm too young to know what I'm doing. I was like, yes, because she was so brave to go first. And then loads of people started putting their hands up, which was just brilliant. But basically, no one cares. Like, but you are, that point of view that you have that people are thinking about you is bullshit. No one's thinking about you. Everyone's thinking about themselves. So that is a really key sign that you're looking at confidence first, because it's like once you're confident, once you feel confident, people will be thinking about you in a, look at that, look at them. They're doing so well, aren't they? They know their stuff. And that just doesn't, this doesn't happen unless they're your dream clients. Like, people are just thinking about themselves and what you can do for them. So if you're overthinking what other people think, you're looking for confidence instead of self-belief, because with self-belief, you're moving forward anyway. I don't give a shit. If people don't like me, then I'm not for them. I told a brilliant story today about how at university people used to call me gobshite, and I used to come back from like the nights out and be like, come on, sleep when you're dead, let's go again. And I was just a party animal and I loved it. And everyone was like, oh, she's too loud, she's too much. And I had that in my head all the time when I was on Instagram and stuff. But if this is me, someone said to me today, I just really want to see you on a down day. This is me. Like, this is me. Like, this is me actually I'm probably at about 60%. Like, imagine what I'm like at 100%. I just, because of the mindset work, I have to be the best advert of what I do. I'm not faking it. Imagine me sitting here doing a podcast trying to fake feeling really good. Whoa. No, like, this is my mindset all of the time and the energy I've got. But if people don't like it, I'm not thinking about what they think. Only my dream client, because I just want them to be thinking, she knows me. She is inside my head. How can I learn more from her? That's what I'm really there for. And like in the Vivid Business Club, how can I serve them today? What are they looking for? What are the questions that they're asking? That's what I'm thinking about. And that's down to my self-belief. Okay. Number 3, you rehearse everything to avoid messing up. If you've listened to this podcast for a little while, you know I mess up anyway. But this is like those really heavily edited pieces of content or podcasts and stuff where people don't fluff. Like, no one wants to listen to a robot. Well, maybe you do, but I love listening to human conversation or human voice or human heart. And I hope that comes across in this podcast. But I'm here to I'm just a human person. Like, I know that I could have a better face and makeup on right now. I'll tell you what I've done. This is going to be hilarious. So I've come down here. This is how imperfect I am, which I love, and how human I am, and how I don't care about if I mess up. I've come down here. Now I've got hardly any eyebrows, right? I just don't grow much hair. That's why I've got such long hair to like compensate. Now, I, this bit of my eyebrow was missing, and I could not be bothered to go back up to the house to find my eyebrow pencil. I just couldn't be bothered because by now, usually, I'll be honest, it's 10 to 8. I've got my makeup off, usually. We've got a very special guest expert in the Vivid Business Club today teaching us all about SEO, so it's a bit different. Yeah, it turns out I can draw my eyebrows on with a pencil, like a proper pencil. This is a pencil that I used to have in my classroom. When I left teaching, I took a few pencils. Anyway, so I just filled it in. There you go. How I didn't know my eyebrows were the colour of graphite. Turns out they are. So if you are looking for confidence, you're going to keep recording things so that they look exactly right and really ready, instead of just allowing the unpolished version. You're human. People buy from people. And so, if I stumble around and don't say my words, I know that you're not going to mind, like I'm just human. Okay. Four, um, you get like really addicted to getting loads of qualifications. And I mean, addicted is the wrong word, but you might do a lot of downloading of PDFs. You might read a lot of developmental books. Remember, I said that in the business book episode, 2 episodes ago. You might sign up for loads of qualifications. You might invest in qualifications instead of a coach, because that's what you should do. It's the academic side of it. Like, I'm going to be more confident once I've got some letters behind my name. No one gives a shit. Like, I've got a master's degree. The only person that talks about the fact that I've got a master's degree is me, because the Warrior Boss method is based on the action research I did in that master's degree. But no one gives a shit. Like, no one cares unless it actually works. So if you keep finding and signing up and doing the training courses and you're not seeing an impact, that's because you're looking for the wrong thing. When you have got self-belief, you already know that you're there to help people or do the thing, make the thing. That is the gift. You don't need the qualification to back it up, because it doesn't even back it up. No one cares. And the last thing, the fifth sign to show you that you're focusing on confidence rather than self-belief, is that you are comparing yourself to others all the time and you are looking for a polished version. You want to be polished. You're looking for all of the people that are polished, that look really confident. And so because you're nowhere near that yet, you think, oh, well, there's no point in even trying. But self-belief tells you they started somewhere too. They are a different part of the journey. They are not going to be me because they are not me. I'm not going to try and be someone I'm not. I'm just going to do my best. See the difference? In that version, you are taking action with the self-belief. And this is what this podcast is all about, right? I'm not just here to help you get out of your own way. I'm here to make your dreams happen too. There is no point in you getting out of your own way and not knowing how to make your dreams happen, and to move with your doubt and fear, and to make that unstoppable self-belief. Because if you're listening to this podcast, you know you're made for more. So I've created a 2-day workshop called Boost. The link is in the show notes. Now, the tickets, I'm going to say this before I go on about how bloody brilliant these 2 days are going to be. The tickets are £7, and all of the profits, so if you pay by PayPal, it's £6.50 that goes to Winston's Wish. If you pay by Stripe, so that's Apple Pay or anything like that, you actually donate £6.67 to Winston's Wish. So if you can, if it's possible and you don't have to, try and pay with Apple Pay or Stripe, so that that extra 17p goes to Winston's Wish instead of into PayPal's pocket. So with those, anyway, blah, 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 Winston's Wish, we are raising money for Winston's Wish because, as you know, if you're new around here, I would assume that you're new around here. I lost my dad when I was 8. I've got a little picture of him on my desk. I'm going to show you. There's a picture of me and him and my sister Jen on the website. So that's me and my dad. And he didn't look after himself, so he lost his teeth. He's only like 38 there. But there you go. That's the story for another day. But I lost him, and I didn't have anyone to speak to about it. And everybody that I had to speak to about the grief, had lost him too. So it was really difficult for me as a kid. And I don't think I really understood that until I found Winston's Wish. But Winston's Wish go into schools and they really support the children that have lost a parent or a sibling. And it's exactly what me and my siblings would have loved. I mean, we didn't really know, we wouldn't have loved it, like it was necessary. And I think that however my business can support that charity, I want to help. Now, I didn't get that choked up. I get so emotional about it because I've got big goals about helping and supporting that charity. So if any way I can do this, like with events like this, I'm going to do it. So the tickets are £7, but this is for 2 whole days with me. I know. It's going to be transformational. I'm going to sound all very wanky because it is. It's going to be amazing because I'm going to give 2 full 90-minute workshops. These are going to be a blend of education, teaching, as well as coaching and masterminding stuff with the people in the groups, as well as you get replays. I'm not being stingy about that. You get replays, right? And you're going to get supported in a Telegram group. And that, I'm new to Telegram too. I want to try it out. I don't want to do it in WhatsApp or Facebook because it's just, there's too much going on that I don't care about. So we're trying Telegram. Now, the transformation you're going to have is you're going to go from a point where maybe in your business, you feel like the brakes are on you and you're not quite sure what to do next. Maybe you're journaling and you're doing all the self-development stuff and you're reading the books, but something isn't working. And you can't get your finger on it. You're not quite sure whether, is it that you need to do more or is it that you need to do less or you need a mindset shift or a strategy shift. You just don't even know where to begin to get you moving in the right direction. And maybe you've got a really good business idea that you've been sitting on or has just been bubbling about in the background and you've not been able to execute it yet. This is the 2-day workshop for you because on day 1, I'm going to support you to find out what is holding you back. Get in that self-doubt or the fear, the imposter syndrome, but not just as vague as that. I'm going to help you pinpoint the exact limiting beliefs or little shadows that you've got holding you back. We're going to identify them and then move forward with planning your next big business idea. I cannot frigging wait. I couldn't even speak then. I'm so excited about it. It's just £7. If you can't make the live workshops, they're going to be at 1 p.m. British Summer Time every single day. There's only 2 days. On the Monday, the 2nd of June, and Tuesday, the 3rd of June. Almost forgot to say the dates, didn't I? Go and have a look at the sales page. If it's a bit of you, or even if you just want to try it out and donate to Winston's Wish, I would love to see you there because I am quite an expensive coach now because I'm bloody brilliant at it. This is a really high value way to get in my world, see what I am capable of in transforming your self-belief. And even if you do feel you've got that self-belief, imagine that it's unstoppable. I want to get you to a point where nothing gets in your way. No doubt, no fear, no imposter syndrome. And you can see it there, but it doesn't hold you back anymore. I'll see you there. I am going to continue the theme of this podcast episode in next week's episode where I'm going to share how you get to the next level. All right. Okay. I've just literally lost the thread then because I was like, I've got to do this masterclass. I'm sorry that it was 18 minutes. Worth it though. Have a really great day, whatever you're up to. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you so much for listening to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast, written, produced and hosted by Claire Hill, and music has been composed by my brother, Phil Vick.